Hey guys, Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is New Comic Book Day for the week of March 25th, and we're going to get started right now.
Right now!
This episode brought to you by Wash Your Hands. Just wash your hands. Get in the ring. Get inside the ring. Like, yeah, right there. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, get in there.
Do that. And social distance, people.
Oh shit, I'm too close.
You are. Go away.
Hey guys, Tim from Capes and Scowls and the comic book store. I hope you're all keeping away from each other, not really rubbing up on each other as you normally would, and you're just kind of chilling, relaxing, chillaxing, whatever you stupid kids do. Anyways, let's talk about some trades. Not all the stores are open because we can't legally be. The comic book store is going to mail books to you if you so desire. For our pull bin customers, we are offering a mail service. I guess just to our local customers. I don't want to try to ship things, anywhere else. I'm lazy. But if you are a local person and it comes in the store, feel free to ask us to mail you a thing, and we'll do it. Anyways, the trades. Did you see me shake my fist at that loud truck? Stupid truck. Social distancing. Another one. Heavy Vinyl, volume... I thought it was volume 2. Apparently not. Heavy Vinyl. It was originally called something else that I don't remember, but I reviewed it and I liked it. Lola, A Ghost Story. This is from Oni Press. It looks pretty cool. It's a young adult story, but don't let that fool you. It's pretty good. Don't be scared by young adult stuff. Pirates. Wow, look at all these old pirate books. This looks cool. Just so many old pirates. Several old pirates. If you like pirates. Harley Quinn Volume 4. Do I have to explain Harley Quinn? I feel like I don't. Coffin Bound. We read this, I think. It was good, I think. It's a damn joy, says Warren Ellis. Look, I can't remember.
I love how we just forget. It's just like...
We read so many books.
This sounds like something
It sounds like a thing I would enjoy. It's by Dan Waters. Marvel Future Fight First. We read a couple of these. I just like the girl with the giant phantasmal bear thing.
I don't think we read any of that.
No, we didn't. But the other ones, the one on the cover, I read that. That was all right. These are all right. Once in Future, Paul loves this shit.
I did love that.
The grandmom's his favorite character in all of comics.
She is. He
also read Archie and Sabrina, which is actually Archie by Nick Spencer, Volume 2.
It was really good.
If you're trying to look that up. Dawn of X, Volume 4. You want issue 4s of a bunch of books? Yay, Marvel. The Complete Witchblade. Holy crap. Paul, I'm excited. You could kill a man with this. It's heavy.
You haven't been able to kill anybody in a while.
I know, there hasn't been a book thick enough to kill a man. But Witchblade get it done. You see somebody coming at you with the coronavirus. Just saying. Doctor Doom, Volume 1. We read a couple of these. I enjoyed it very much. New Mutants, Volume 1. You know what? I read a bunch of this and I enjoyed it. Doesn't that surprise you? Surprised me. We have Captain America by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Volume 3 of Captain America. We have Canto, which I reviewed issue 1. This book was really cool. I will probably read this at some point. And last but not least, we have D&D Mad Libs, which is pretty funny. Inside the dark and wet flower shop, there were 22,450 more generous kobolds. That's the idea. Oh, and also the previews. Hey, look, I don't know when these books will actually come out, okay? But we're going to talk about them as if they're going to come out in 2 months. They're not going to come out in 2 months. Paul, say stop.
Stop.
All right, Batgirl, The Darkest Reflection Omnibus hardcover. It's the new 52 Batgirl. You don't want that. All right, Paul, say stop.
Stop.
All right, we stopped at Doctor Strange number 7 by Mark Waid. We like Mark Waid here at the podcast. And Paul, one more time, say stop.
Stop.
Oh, it's upside down. Dungeons and Dragons Drizzt, 100-page giant. If you like that dark elf guy who does things with swords.
First up, we have Lucy Claire Redemption, issue number 4. I think I missed issue number 3 because I didn't quite know what was going on. But Lucy's kind of in a bad way, and we're learning new characters. We're learning a lot of new stuff. This has been a really interesting book. I did not expect to like this at all. Tim kind of gave it to me and was just like, haha, what? Read this. And I was just like, fine, I will. And I love it. So, Lucy's down, so all the other characters are going to kind of shine for an episode. But yeah, she'll be back. She'll be back, because I mean, it's her book, so I mean, she can't die.
You don't know that.
I mean, she could die.
You don't know that.
Well, I hope she doesn't die.
Maybe she dies.
But pick it up.
All right, Paul, let me just say, I enjoyed all 3 of my books. Any of all 3 of my books could have been my pick of the week, but there's one that's going to clearly be my pick of the week. All right, Paul?
Okay.
I don't know why. I'm talking to you because I can't talk to them.
Well, yeah. So
well, they can't answer me.
I'm like halfway across the building.
You could be farther.
I mean, I could, but
you could be way farther.
Then the mic wouldn't pick me up.
That's fine.
That's mean.
Yes. My first book is from Antarctic Press. It's called Cat Shit 1. I shit you not, it is. This book has really cute furry bunnies and cats and other animals, but this is not a cute, happy book. This is a story about Vietnam, and it is quite accurate to the war and things that happened at the time. And wow, I really didn't know what I was getting into with this one. I thought it would just be like a war story. You know, you think Mouse Guard, where it's kind of like fantasy elements, but like it's still kind of harrowing and has its moments. This is like that, except they put the cursing back in and the violence amped all the way up. This book was really cool. It was really good. War's never cool. The Vietnam War especially was not cool. But if you want to see a bunch of bunnies and rabbits and cats blow the crap out of each other, it's in black and white for the most part. It was just really good. It was a really good war story. We don't get good war stories all that often anymore. So pick this up, man. If you are a history buff, a war buff, it's weird that you're a war buff, but check this out.
My next pick, almost the pick of the week, could have been my pick of the week, because it's Once and Future issue number 7. They're keeping on going. This was a 6-issue mini, but it did so well, and it was such a good book that they're like, we'll keep going. And I'm glad they did, because we have Duncan, this is a couple of weeks removed from the original series. Duncan is kind of doing his own thing now. He is fully immersed in this whole kind of magic is real, or as real as stories will tell it to be. And he and his, looks like his now girlfriend, are basically kind of keeping England safe while distancing themselves from the grandma, which is the greatest character in the world. I love her to death. And a new plot has been hatched by that King Arthur, stuck in Otherworld, and they have to stop it. And you can see a lot of the tension from the original series is still here, and it's still wonderfully written. It's still beautifully drawn, and this is definitely one of my favorites, but not quite the pick of the week, just because of one panel for the next issue that got me. But otherwise, this would have been. Pick it up.
All right, next up, Paul. You ready, Paul?
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to you so much this video.
I see that.
You know what? I'm going to ignore you. Transformers versus the Terminator. What? Why would this be? Because it's great. So, every now and then they do a Terminator book, a crossover book that is fantastic. The one that I always go to is RoboCop and Terminator. That book is fantastic. It's not in print anymore. It pisses me off because that book is great. However, this, you quickly realize you're learning from the point of view of the Terminator, and this is kind of similar to what you've seen before, except it's not about saving humanity. It's about saving the Terminators from the Decepticons. Basically, what has happened in our future is the Decepticons win, and Skynet, which was developing, isn't quite strong enough to take them out. It sends an Arnold-like Terminator back in time. It encounters Sarah Connor. She is not important at all because it doesn't matter. And the story is really cool. If you know Transformer lore, you'll really enjoy this. I like the way the Transformers look. The art was really solid. And future Transformers, future Starscream, I'm in. This is fun. It's not silly like some crossovers can be. And check it out, because I loved it.
What could have stolen that coveted pick of the week? It is Hellions, issue number 1. I wasn't expecting this to be Hellions. So, Krakoa is a nation. We all know that kind of stuff. All mutants are welcome. All mutants. And sometimes there are a couple of them that are just straight up psychopaths. They can't necessarily just banish them all, because some of these people are psychopaths because of their powers. They wouldn't have been crazy people if not for their powers, and they're basically going to create their own group of people run by Mr. Sinister, of all people. And things just go wrong because, of course, Mr. Sinister can never be trusted, and they're sent on a mission, and one big bad from the X universe that I was not expecting to be in this book is, and I can't wait to see what happens with this book, because I didn't care about these characters at all. Didn't even know half of them. Could care less because most of them are fallen angels, so like I didn't care, and this book made me care. So definitely pick this one up.
All right, it's time for my pick of the week. Paul, do you know what it is?
No.
You should.
How do I know?
Well, what do I love more than anything else in the world?
Quantum and Woody.
That's close. It's this issue of the Hulk.
Oh, Jesus.
This is a facsimile edition of the Hulk. Incredible Hulk number 182. Everybody's like, what? Who cares about 182? You're wrong. 181 is some BS. 181 is not even that good. 182 is where it is at because of the introduction of the greatest character, Crackajack Jackson. This is a story about racism in many ways, multifaceted racism story, and it's just so good. The Hulk learns to draw his name as the Hulk from a hobo, a kind hobo who shares his beans with him. This story is fantastic. If you've never read it, it is better than 180. It is better than 181. Yeah, Wolverine's here for all of 2 seconds before he gets scooped up in some stupid plane and flies away. This book's great. If you've never read it, you have to read it. It's required. And Crackajack Jackson, the greatest character ever. I'm not even kidding you. It's such a good story. Check it out. Because you can afford to. You can afford $3.99 versus, I don't know, $400 or whatever a high-grade copy of that book is. Read it. All right. It's the end of the video. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Thank you for sticking with us. Paul loves you. I don't. But we will, at the comic book store, be shipping out books to local patrons, customers, whatever you are. Thinking is hard right now. I've been socially distanced to death, Paul. There's nothing to plug. Go to Twitch, watch Paul play Dauntless, and maybe build some cosplay stuff like a sweet Beta Ray Bill armor.
You know what? I might actually look into that.
Would you please do Beta Ray Bill already?
I'll look into it.
Yeah, I called him out on TV-ish.
So you're going to be doing it. I'm going to make it for you.
You should make it for me. I'll rock it all the time.
Okay.
I rock my Capwolf.
I know you do.
I rock that good. My only cosplay, Capwolf. Anyways, that's it. Hopefully we'll get back to some normalcy at some point. If not, sorry. These videos will at some point just dry up and stop. But make sure you subscribe, do the notification thing. You'll know when we come back. Paul will still be here doing things occasionally. But yeah, we might have a bit of a dry spell. I'm sorry. If you want to see specific content from Paul, Paul's going to be sitting alone in his home, staring at the wall, watching paint dry. So if you want him to do something specific, like make Beta Ray Bill armor, let him know in the comments below, or just reach out to Paul on the social medias, right?
Yeah.
At Team Ashen on many of them.
Yep.
Almost all.
Yeah, pretty much all.
Pretty much all. So get at him there. You can find me at Capes and Scowls. You don't want to find me. Anyways, enjoy your quarantine, everybody. Don't hug each other.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Like way more than you've been doing. Like you're bad at it. You got to do the thing under the ring. If those of you with rings, under the rings, you got to really get in there. Okay, that'll really help you not die. You don't want to die. This thing's not going to kill you, but it could kill other people you love. You're all young and fit, like it won't matter to me. I'm going to spring break. Nope, you're gonna die. You're gonna kill everyone you love. How's that make you feel? I hope horrible.
Well, it got dark.
It always does take a dark turn.
It got dark.
Well, you didn't cut it. I'm just going.
I was just expecting you to like stop.
No.
Really
Well,
dark.
everyone you love could die, so don't hug them, especially if they're old. Or don't. People who have bad immune systems are. I have a bad immune system, Paul.